What's up, YouTube? This your favorite cousin on YouTube. It is Lena, aka Super Duper Soul Star, and I'm back at it to do what is the vibe over this weekend. I'm starting off today. Today is Thursday, so this will likely post tomorrow. And I've already prayed and meditated over the deck. We're going to pull a couple of cards just to see what's the vibe check. And we're just going to get it. So I'm starting off with Aquarius. Aquarius. I ask that the Most High bless and protect us, and that I am able to give you a clear message, one that is useful, one that you find some understanding. And I ask that we are protected and that God shields me. And with that, we're going to kick it off. This is for my lovely Aquarian brothers and sisters. Okay. All right. So we're just going to see what come out. Aquarius, the weekend vibe. Okay. Thank you. Let me get one more for you. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So it is saying that summer fun and happiness. Okay. I don't know how to take this because we definitely are not in summertime vibes and summertime fun, okay? But what I get from this is that maybe this weekend you may be feeling bright, you may be feeling optimistic. When I think of summertime, I'm thinking people out and about. Maybe where you are in the part of the world, it could be warm. Where I live, it's a warm southern climate. But where you are, maybe it's a little warmer than normal. Right? So it sounds like you're going to be out there. It says be careful because you may have some people around you that have like a toxic behavior, toxic attachments. It could be an ex, or it could be meeting somebody new and or online. But what this is saying to me, that they could be very manipulative and could have some obsessions with you, right? A little toxicity going on. In terms of days and weeks, I don't know. This is just letting me know that for this weekend, because this is like within the next 72 hours from Friday to Sunday night going into Monday, days and weeks, right? I don't know if you're counting down for something, maybe a test, maybe it's payday weekend, but you're definitely looking at the calendar this weekend. You're looking at time. Right? We are going into the spring equinox. I want to say that's going to be on March the 21st. Okay. And it's also saying you may have somebody that want to come back and spin the block with you this week and rebound, but they don't really want anything. This person, all they really want is something casual. So from my spirit team to your spirit team, fam, it's telling you, cousin, just be on the lookout because somebody really don't want nothing serious. They just like their energy. Maybe being around you, they feel more empowered. Maybe you make them feel good. Whatever it is, they just looking for like a hookup. Okay? All right, then. Got some more too. I have the broken mirror. I'm just going to pull a couple. I just want to see the vibe for you all this weekend, just so I can see where we're going with this reading, okay? All right. Let's see. What is happening for my lovely Aquariuses for this weekend? What's up? So you could be a little stubborn this weekend, setting your ways, being bossy. I ain't gonna call you out and say, maybe it's that time. I don't know. Maybe you just don't feel like being bothered with nobody. But this is definitely the vibe for Aquarius this weekend. You really just kind of being inflexible, a little rigid. You ain't really trying to bend, and you just really kind of want to stay, just be set in your ways. And I don't want to say that you don't want to deal with nobody, but I guess it's your way or no way. You're kind of inflexible. For Aquarius spirit, anything else you want to share for my lovely Aquarians? Okay. We're getting the vibe. Okay. All right. So it's also saying some red flags. So you may have somebody that you're kicking it with, you're seeing on the side, but it's definitely saying that, this person is definitely demonstrating red flags. Some cheating, some deception. But what they're saying to us, cousin, is that if you're seeing this, don't ignore it. Right? Don't ignore it. If you see somebody being timid with you, putting the baby toe in, just trying to see, especially if they're trying to, spin the block, they just really trying to see if they really got like access to you, right? But just be a little bit more on the lookout. I'm saying just be aware. Just be aware of what's coming to you, because so you could be on the defense, right? Okay, because it sounds like this person could be very controlling and manipulative, babes. All right, so you know what? You know how they do, and especially, at night it get cold. I live in Florida and it get a little nippy here. So, but you know how you get that call on Saturday night? Yo, what's up? You want to, and you know what I'm saying? Fill in the blank. So they want to come by and Netflix and chill. I ain't judging you. I ain't judging you. I ain't judging you. But what I'm saying is your cousin giving you a heads up, like how it might go down, right? You might get this little, this little random text, little DM, and somebody just like, yo, I want to come through. What you doing? Sorry, but you get where I'm going with this. There also may be, for some of my cousins out here, it could be an opportunity for you to date, right? But just watch the red flags. Just see how people move, right? Because some people, they present well, they show their representative, but this is saying that, maybe you're putting yourself back on the market, especially after old boy, old girl wanted to like make you number two when you was really the number one, right? But I digress. But just be out on the lookout, because you could have some, like putting yourself back out there on the market and meeting someone new. A lot of times people nowadays, they going on social media. You could be at work, but just put yourself out there. And if you're not out there, this is the weekend to get out there, because guess what? Spring is in the air. What comes with spring? Love is in the air, right? All right, cuz. With that being said, another message came out and said that you could be under spiritual attack. Watch your energy. Like I said, we're going into like the spring equinox. You might want to do an aura cleanse, especially all the muck from the winter, but you may want to clean it out so you can have good energy that's coming to you, of abundance, receptivity, all the things good, your goals. So if you're not doing goals, maybe that's something you want to do, is spring clean your house, right? I ain't telling you how to live, but your cousin is giving you some tips. So you could be under a spiritual attack. This is also saying, basically, I don't want to say following or looking at your, what do they call it? Your shadow side, right? But it could be someone in your immediate circle, like I said, who want to spin the block and perhaps want to see if they have access to you. This could be a spiritual test too, right? So keep your eyes open. Remember, they did say, red flags. Okay, and red flags can be a lot of things. It could be cheating. It can be red flags as in doing things that just don't quite sit well with you. Could be deception. You fill in the blank, right? I'm just here to give you some little nuggets. That's it. Just some little nuggets. Also, it's looking like the universe is giving you guidance. Maybe you feel like you feel destined, or you're going out of the way and doing certain things. No, sugar bear. No, should. You are being divinely guided. So this is saying, if you're getting a little nudge to go that way and not this way, follow that. Listen to your intuition, right? Because apparently it could be saving you from something and or putting you on course where you need to be. Okay, Aquarius? Aquas. Yeah. So you could be preventing yourself from being in an accident. You could be meeting someone that you're meant to meet, who is meant to be on your path too. Okay. And it's saying, you know what? When I look at this energy, they say high value, right? This is letting me know that perhaps you need to like spoil yourself, right? And if you don't think you are a high value woman, then maybe this is the time, because like I said, we're going into that season of, the spring equinox, where things that were dormant are being revitalized. The flowers are about to bloom. Life is about to grow. And maybe you just need to shower yourself and just put a little of that energy into yourself. I don't see it as a bad thing, right? So this is saying, cousin, that you are beautiful, that you are sexy, that you are lovable. And if nobody didn't tell you, cousin, your cousin right here, Lena, is telling you you're handsome and you're destined for everything beautiful, everything that is meant for your life. Anybody that tried to take it from you through a spiritual attack, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, okay? They can't take what is already destined for you. All right, then. I digress. So that's how it's looking. I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards And I'm going to also see who this person might be, just to give us a little flavor, right? Just to give us a little flavor. Okay. All right, Spirit. This is for my Aquas. Let us know what's going on for Aquarius for the weekend. What's happening for the weekend? I'm hearing that song, Living for the Weekend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's real old school, but I remember that song from when I was a kid. Anyway. But anyway, like, what's the weekend? Because I know I live for the weekend. If I ain't working, I live for it, right? That's when I get to hang out with my crew. All right. 7 of Cups. This just fell out. I didn't split the deck, but this is just telling me that you could be manifesting. You may have a lot of options present to you. Things that you didn't see just may come out of the thin air for you, right? So it's just saying, just be careful with your choices. That as you're making choices over the weekend, try to have a sense of discernment, like if it's real or if it's not, right? I was going to say Memorex, but just have a discernment if something is really truly for you, right? Because some things may look good, and in essence, it really ain't good for you. So that's what I'm getting from that. But we're about to split the deck so we can see what's the energy for Aquas for this weekend. I guess they just really want to talk. King of Swords, Aqua, this can be you. You know, very take charge. You could be very stand your ground, very knowledgeable also too, right? And then the Empress, you could be birthing something, right? Birthday, you know, starting something new this weekend too. In the Chariot, you could be moving. You could be out and about, hanging out with your friends. Like I said, the weather may be nice this weekend, depending on where you are. And even if it's not, what they're stopping? They ain't stopping nothing. What Mary J say? I'm going to wear my fur even if it's raining. That's the energy and the vibe I'm on. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And that's how you should live your life accordingly. Okay? All right, there. Let's get at it. I'm going to stop with the jokes because I hate all of that. I do. It irritates me. I'm like, my time is valuable. I just want to read it. All right. Spirit, let me know what I need to know for my lovely Aqua cousins. Thank you. Okay. Death. So there could be some endings. Endings bring transformations, right? So it could be something that you may be ending this weekend. Maybe that you like, it's a wrap. I'm good, right? So it's saying this weekend, there could be opportunities for you. Maybe something like, again, like spin the block, the rebound. Somebody want to be very casual with you. And maybe, cousin, you just like, nah, we're good. First card out, my dear, is the Tower. If I can pick it up. This is telling me you got some sudden, unexpected changes. You know, I'm seeing this eye here, and this evil eye is just letting me know that somebody that you're kicking it with or know, it sounds like somebody is like watching you, right? And because they're watching you, it's like a sudden change, like it is endings, and they are actually seeing things crumble, but not crumble, not in a bad way, but just crumble like, okay, it's change. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to make changes, but changes are necessary and they are inevitable. Somebody may want to come out the code. It's making sense to me. Somebody may want to come out the code. Maybe somebody that you ghosted, or maybe somebody that you ghosted that you had to put the, you know, hold up. It ain't going nowhere, right? And you may have to get really frank and matter of fact with somebody. Spirit, why is this Tower here? It's telling me things got to change because you healing. You healing. It's like you going through this transformation because we have the death. Death to me is going through a change. So maybe this weekend, the reason why you're being selfish, maybe this weekend, the reason why you're probably being very rigid and inflexible and stingy with your energy, maybe you feel like, you know, I did that and now I'm just focusing on me. And my best friend is an Aquarius and I see that in her. So... and other Aquarius people that I know, they kind of like that. They don't have a problem taking a pause. But this Temperance is letting me know, you know what, you could be dealing with things in moderation and you could be just really healing. And I like that for you. Okay? All right then. What else is going on for my cousins this weekend? Oh, shit. That's just too many. I'm sorry. I love the universe, but that's just too many. Spirit, just give me like 2 or 3 cards. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right. What else is going on for the lovely Aquas this weekend? All right. So we got justice. So something coming out fair, right? And it could relate to like with job, right? Eight of Pentacles. This is telling me like maybe with your work or whatever energy that you're putting into something, like you're putting in the hard work, right? But it's going to pay out. It's going to be fair. It's like you're going to get good karma out of that, right? So it's going to balance out. And it's also telling me that you may need to rest, right? You may just you're putting in this work, and this weekend you may be resting. Right. And it makes sense because it sounds like you're pulling your energy back. And it sounds like the universe is recommending that this is something that you do because you've been working so hard, you've been busy as a bee, and that maybe you putting in more work than other people, and that this weekend they just really want you to chill. That's it, that's all. They just really want you to chill. And it makes sense because whatever is ending, they really want you to just heal. Maybe you've been doing too much, Shug, right? You could have been just doing too much. And the universe is saying they want you to just take a pause for the cause, right? Right, you got the Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Two of Wands is letting me know that you're really like planning for your future, right? You're making plans. So maybe that's what you really need to be doing because we are going into another season, right? And maybe this is right now, maybe you're doing a purging. Remember, I saw the spiritual attack. So maybe you need to do an aura cleanse. Maybe you need to just get out in nature and just revitalize yourself. Okay, maybe your energy is low. What else is going on for my cousins, the Aqua? Two of Cups. So you got somebody here. Maybe it's a new relationship because I did pull the card that says that new love is in the air, right? And I said we're going in the spring, and what happens in the springtime? Love comes. So you could be having some new love coming in, but this is the type of love that it is reciprocated. It's like you two equally yearn for each other, right? Why is this Two of Cups here, Spirit? What's up with this Two of Cups? Okay, Five of Swords. Okay. Okay, so what's the conflict? Why is this conflict here with a Three of Pentacles? Maybe I'm thinking, so the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. So maybe with this love, maybe it was like a lot of conflict with this love, right? It's a lot of conflict with whoever you were dating. And maybe this person, maybe at one point you all really loved each other. And maybe you saw this person as the one, right? And maybe this is why you have to rest this weekend. Because with this relationship, or it could be a past relationship, I'm going to clarify, this could have been someone that it was a lot of conflict. Just a lot of conflict, right? Maybe you all couldn't come to like a steady ground, like a compromise on an equal ground. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So because of that, because you probably could have been more so invested in yourself. Maybe you was thinking about, you know what, I'm just going to be worried about my growth. I'm just going to worry about my money. I'm just going to worry about my success and not really just focus on love. And that could be the energy, right? Because at the bottom of the deck, it's telling you to take a new turn. A new turn. That's what it's saying. So I could see why you're pulling your energy back. Maybe you probably gave a little too much into a relationship and it was just not equal. So now the universe is telling you, Shug, that maybe it's time to do something new, right? Do something new. And the High Priestess is right behind that. And the High Priestess is telling you, Shug, you already know what to do. You an Aquarius. You in between Capricorn and the Pisces, who is very dreamy and they are very much in tune with what's going on. But you all have a little bit of intuition yourself. And with this High Priestess, that's telling me, it's telling you to go with them because you already know. You already know. And the Three of Wands, this is telling me that so you're planning and you got the Three of Wands. So you know what that represents to me? A lot of high manifestation energy going on, Shug. That's what I'm seeing. And this Two of Swords, it's like you could be afraid to make a choice. So maybe that's why you got to rest this weekend. Okay? All right. I think that's what we're going to get at. Okay? I want to just pull, you know what? I'm going to do two things. You clean this up. Okay? So this is one of these love messages. Everybody want to know about love, you know? So I'll do a money reading or what's happening for your money um, at the beginning of the week, okay? So this is for Aquarius. What do they need to know for the weekend? Who might this person be that either is coming in or that they are putting on ice? All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we can get popping. Okay. This is fitting the theme. This is saying freedom and surrendering. This is saying to me, cousin, that you just releasing anything that was weighing you down, anyone that, was playing mental and mind games with you, anyone that had you in the dark, because I think we pulled the Five of Pentacles that probably was ghosting you, someone who just made you feel out in the cold that possibly want to come back. You're letting that type of relationship go. What else, Spirit? What else do I need to know from my Aqua cousins? What else do they need to know for this weekend? Who might be the person that is coming towards them or walking away? Thank you. Okay. It says somebody that got deep love and affection for you, right? Okay. Because we did pull out the Two of Cups, and that's the type of love that runs deep, right? So, good Lord. We got two more cards. Somebody who want to reconcile, somebody who want to rebuild with you, right? They want to come back. But remember what I said? They probably only want to come back because they just want to stick their big toe in just to see if they have access to you. It could be somebody that you have a family with or someone who sees security with you, right? They like when they're with you, they know it's very familiar. Someone that, they feel like they got a strong foundation with. Like maybe y'all go way back. It could be a high school sweetheart. It could be somebody that you spend time with. It could be somebody you got kids with. Okay? Let's see. Spirit got anything else to say to us? Aquarius. All right, sure. And then this is also telling me that you will be dating soon and meeting someone new. I like it. Because that also coincides with the reading, because that's letting us know that right now, if you in this stage of rest and relaxation, because not everybody's on the same timeline. So some of my cousins that are Aquarius, some of y'all have already done the healing, right? Some of you all are at that stage where you want to date, and some of y'all are at the stage where you have to do rest, like a little R&R. You know your life better than me, okay? But it sounds like you're going through this growth and expansion, and right now you're just being unapologetically selfish. I'm going to leave you with another one of these little motivating cards, right? Because we don't do just all doom and gloom. Even though this was just letting me know for the weekend, you're chilling out, you're focusing on yourself. Somebody may want to try to come back, and it doesn't sound like you're feeling it. Some of you all may, but it's going to be a small percentage of you all that will. For Aquarius, what is the final word? What do they need to know? They're saying vulnerability, right? That's the energy. It says face hidden anxieties and insecurities head on and don't let them control you. I love it. All right, my dear. This is your cousin Lena, aka Super Duper Soul Star. If you like the energy and the vibe, check with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you think of somebody out there that can benefit from me, please share. Until the next time, have a great weekend. Peace.